There we go. Hello and welcome to chapter 237 of our streaming adventure. I'm joining you a little earlier today. You can probably tell from the bright sun shining off the snow outside my window and making it honestly a little too bright in here. But yeah, I have this week off of work, so I thought I might as well get started a little bit early. What we have on deck is NicFit. That's what the wheel spun up. And so I was trying to think, what is the... Because what happens when the wheel spins something up, or I should say, the wheel spins someone up, and then they give me the suggestion. You can give me an archetype, you can give me a format, you can give me a specific card. And so if you say NicFit is this kind of green-black value pile that uses Veteran Explorer. And so my thought was, what is a, what can we do with, what can we do with that? So I started with Veteran Explorer and Cabal Therapy, and I tried to look for other top finishes, and there weren't any, really. So then I was like, well, okay, what are some interesting things I could do with that? And, well, obviously I wanted Green Sun Zenith to kind of like help the package and stuff like that, and Grist being a value planeswalker that is Green Sun Zenith the Bull also seemed pretty cool. So then I was looking for other things, and like this caught my eye. Now, I don't know that this is good, but at the beginning of your end step, you can choose a creature card in my graveyard. If the mana value is less than or equal to the number of experience counters I have, it goes to the battlefield. Otherwise, it comes back to my hand. So regardless, I would be able to pick a card back up, which seems decent. But best case, I'm throwing stuff right back in play. And a lot of these creatures have that kind of extra value. So I thought that'd be interesting. And I don't have lofty aspirations as to what this will turn out, but I think it could be pretty fun. Thinking of other things going to go on this week. JP's wife. We have talked about it before of, wouldn't it be funny if JP's wife tried to help me stream and we did a draft, and I think Hetzner had suggested a cube draft. Well, if you have a Magic Online account, that means you have one of these free cube entries. So guess what? We are going to have JP's wife draft the deck for me. I don't know what her criteria will be, best art, coolest looking, or what. And from that, I'll try to play it, and we'll see how that goes. And one of the side effects of that could be fun, I happen to have multiple accounts. We could do it multiple times, if things go poorly repeatedly. But I guess I could suggest to her to try to stay with the same color. But I think it might be more fun if we let that train roll off the track as necessary, and she just decides, yep, you're going to play 6-color nonsense. So that will be tomorrow, time to be determined. She's pretty much almost done with work herself for the year. So, yeah. But stay tuned. I will post on my Twitter, which is JPinterMTG. Sorry, find me there on Twitter. And if you're not already following me there, what are you doing? But Then again, I guess you could be watching this. You could be watching this video later on Swish Gaming because my videos do get posted later to the Swish Gaming YouTube page. But enough of all of that. Let's jump into a league with some NicFit. Oh, I lovingly named the deck a GSC value pile, and I do mean pile. Round one. Well, this is pretty much everything I've ever wanted. I don't have a way to sacrifice the Explorer, but it'll let me get things underway. Decent amount of mana, ramming up Excavator Wasteland. Whether or not that's real. They mulligan to 6. Let's see how this goes. Now, I don't have to sacrifice it. Well, actually, I can't immediately sacrifice it. Delver. Off Basic Island. Basic Island makes me curious. How likely are they to have more basics? I do have 4 Abrupt Decays, so I don't feel Lightning Bolt. So this is a blue-red Delver. They have Wasteland. Wasteland revealed, by the way. Okay. Brainstorm. It's like a Wasteland. The island we knew about. Could they have another days? I mean, this basic island's doing a lot of work for them, I guess. So then, yeah, here's a question. Is it better? Try to play a Scavenging Ooze. Or play a Tarmogoyf. If they're building toward... My thoughts are, if they're building toward a... What's it called? They could sack, they'd have 5 lands, they could spit out a 5/5. That doesn't seem that impressive. Wrong. So by responding to the Scalding Tarn, My thought there was by responding to the Scalding Tarn, I was able to go after their chance to have a Murktide. That was my thought. So they still have it. Is this Murktide after all? Yep. So our play almost worked. Still had all these dazes. Okay. Well, I don't want to get them the lands from Better Knowledge Exploit. Although I wouldn't mind the lands myself. No blocks. I'm going to say, do they have... That's interesting. That's worse. Mm-hmm. So they just needed to buy time for the extra swings, perhaps? What do I have main that could fight it? How many cards? They've used 43 Grists so far. Okay. So they had it all. We die. How many dazes were actually cast? 3 dazes, and I ran into every daze. I could have played around specifically one, but that I chose not to. So we saw the basic island. That doesn't mean that they don't have Crawl Harpooner. Nice. Collector Oof could come out. Things that I foresee wanting. I think I want Veil of Summer. Cabal Therapy can be decent. Abrupt Decay is going to deal with some of their small threats, but not obviously the big threats. So maybe I do want something to deal with Murktide, for example. So Veil of Summer, Endurance, maybe. Questing Beast. See, I think a lot of these silver bullets were kind of me being cute. How many of those are, I don't want to say needed or relevant, but let's go like that. We'll trim at least one Abrupt Decay. This Liberator, I think, can go. Questing Beast, I think, can go. I like the idea of the life buffer and stuff from Theriac Dust if we can get there. I think one of the things I missed out on was the ramp factor. That could be an impressive late game if I can get there. I don't think Field of the Dead is necessarily where I need to go, and because of that, Primeval Titan can probably come out, since that would be one of the main draws there. And then I might not have the life to afford with Sylvan Library. I know that's come up before. Basic Swamp, and nothing that I could do with it. Otherwise, pretty close. I'm going to have to mulligan, though. I think I can keep this. And from that, what do I get rid of? Theoretically, Tarmogoyf. I could start turn 1. Green Sunning. Yeah. I will try that. Get a Dryad Arbor. So we could go 2 different ways with this. I could waste them and then play a Veteran Explorer. Hopefully that means they found their basic. Or I should say... So, knowing that I'm going to hit twice, what's the card They want to submerge Veteran Explorer. Okay, so Submerge missed. Cabal Therapy hits. They have 4 cards. I still think Murktide Regent is a decent choice. Double Murktide, Force of Will, Brainstorm. Bravo. Do they have cards to go get? Wow. They're going to let it hit, though, so I'm going to definitely take that Brainstorm. That's kind of surprising of them not responding there. Actually, with them not being able to hit, maybe I needed to go. Create a green and black insect. I guess we'll see how punished I get. But the extra basics from them, unexpected, I will say, but take 2. Eternal Witness to pick up. I mean, nothing truly exciting. I think I'm going to put this back. I think I'm going to keep this one. Ooh, that was good enough. I like it. All right, anything? Maybe these Plague Engineers are good enough. If I can strip the Murktides from their hand, Plague Engineer able to on human. I mean, the Death Touch part isn't as relevant. And I guess what would I take out in place of it? These Eternal Witnesses aren't great. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of having it. I'm going to say one of those. It's either this or Eternal Witness. You have multiple Eternal Witnesses. Do you like that? Do you like that logic? All right, we're on the draw now. Let's try not to play into 3 dazes. I mean, obviously, I am with this hand, though. I don't know if that's correct. Ponder. So, ponder, they did not shuffle. How many lands you got? No box. I don't know. I kind of committed to something, so I kept going with it. I don't know if it's right. See, that's the thing. That's the scary thing, though, is do I give them these basics to come back from? You could save it and do something more exciting. remember, if I... Is giving them 2 land worth trading a creature? I kind of think so. It'd be better if I had something to do with the mana right now, which I don't. Like, say I had an Abrupt Decay, etc. That'd be so much better. Yeah, unlocking things for them, that seems poor. Alright, so... I currently have 3 card types. We do know they have some more basics. Is it Force? Is it Daze? Force of Will, pitching a Force. Well, I'm not going to name Force anymore. I know that. They left a card on top. Okay, that one auto-resolved. Let's go with Murktide. So we hit Murktide double bolt. What basics do they have to get? Do they have a second mountain? No. Okay. Lightning Bolt, leaving them a Delver. With my 3 mana here, what is in our deck? We could get a Crawl Harpooner. We could get a Crawl Harpooner. We could get a Crawl Harpooner, Scavenging Ooze. One, two, three, four, five, six. They do have a lot of creatures in there that I wouldn't hate eating up. Bang! That seemed fair and equal. That's why I like a toolbox aspect of a deck. If you have a toolbox aspect, you can... There's a whole bunch of nonsense that you can get. Who knew? Crawl Harpooner All-Star. It's too bad you couldn't like stack it in a way to hit them with Cabal Therapy. That would That obviously is a little bit too much, but it could still be pretty sweet. All right, they have played the Delver. Back to me. They have one card. They have one card which we have no idea what it is. One, two. That's a good one. The fact they had to use up the blue, Force of Will in the Exile Zone. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I would cost myself 2 lands to play it. Take it. Force of Will, pitching Expressive Iteration. Okay. Attack for 6, putting them at 10. Not quite what we were looking for. Ponder. The reason I didn't crack it is what if this Ponder finds a lightning bolt? I don't want that to be the case. Okay, I have no blocks for that. So, I attack with Goyf, they have to block. I attack with Goyf and Ramunap. They have to block Goyf regardless. So if I send everything, that puts them at 1. So what would we be scared of? We would be scared of a burn spell. I don't even know if I have basics left. Okay, I don't. So do we name Lightning Bolt? There's 2 bolts gone. I think I have to name Lightning Bolt. It didn't make sense for them to cast it. Bravo! It's Gut Shot. That's funny. Well, I have to admit, I did not expect the Gut Shot. I have been shotted. They could wait till my upkeep for like max punish. Yep. Well, I feel like that was closer than I thought it would be. Still getting used to how the deck plays out. I think maybe I should have kept the Green Sun Zenith longer than I did. But, all right, round 2. On the draw. On the draw. Doot. Taiga. I have to admit, Taiga Pass is not one I was ready for. Who plays Taiga? Like, I don't necessarily just want to throw a Cabal Therapy to the wind and have no idea what's going on. I guess you throw a Cabal Therapy, it would help you figure out what's going on later. I'm sorry, what? Hypergenesis. Okay. So they get an Emrakul. This doesn't seem fair. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? Ah, yes. I don't know. Emrakul has protection from spells. Colored spells? Spells. Can't be countered. Protection from spell that are one or more colors. Of course. I honestly don't even know if I change anything. Collector oof for Tireless Tracker. Sure. Alright, cool. Well, we lost a combo. Yes, I would like to play first. Is this something you could play first with, or are they just going to combo kill me? Turn 1 Hierarch. Alternatively, turn 1 Green Sun. Either way, I have 2 mana going into the second turn. Like, I feel like this isn't good enough. Do I just have to set up to have okay, my thought was, hey, let's go get Cabal Therapy. Correction, Cabal Therapy where you can cast your cards. All right, so I'm going to keep on 5 here. We have Cabal Therapy. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4. They're keeping a 6. I've got a 5. What was it called? Violent Outburst? Let's see if we can get them. Correction. No. Well, terrific. Target player. Okay. Yeehaw! Did I bring in? You didn't. I don't even think I brought in Force of Vigor. I considered bringing in Force of Vigor, and I was like, why? Why do that? Imagine if we win this game. I mean, I don't expect to, but I'm just saying, imagine it. It would be delightful. Yes, please. Not sure what's in there, but let's go look. Grist. That's not bad. If I had thought about it, I would get that one without sacrificing. Have the ability to sack. feel like that's my best chance to do something. This is the first time I've done the day-night stuff, so that's interesting. It'd be nice if you could sacrifice daylight. Okay. I mean, Taiga is a match. Wow, I did not expect that. So they didn't play the Cascade spell when they could have. What the hell does that mean they have? Do they have the payoff? I honestly am not. I don't know what I'm playing around. I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know. Okay. I really have no idea. What's a Cascade spell? Bloodbraid Elf? No, because you'd hit the other. Well, whatever. Let's just say Emrakul, because it could be a payoff. Correction, they have 2 Progenitors. Two Progenitus and an Elvish Spirit Guide. I love that they have 2 of the same thing. Do they have basics? Well, they got 1 basic. Don't have too many basics. How did we beat that? Way to go, Werewolf. Okay, now that we know, we don't know. We don't. We have no idea what's going on. But I will take a Force of Vigor. I'll take some Assassin's Trophies. Why is Questing Beast in the deck, period? Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. I don't know, that could be clever, I guess. I don't think there's anything abrupt decayable in their deck. I think in the first game they milled over Force Negation. I just don't feel like that is worthy of a Veil of Summer. I don't know, dude. Giddy up. You need like a Maze of If. I'm gonna die to Emrakul so hard. To be fair, I could totally die to Progenitus. They're keeping 7 cards, which means I'm like turbo dead. Do I try? I think I have to. Okay. Violent. Well, the thing is, do you go after the Cascade spell, or do you go after the cards in the game? Oh no, they had Shardless Agent. We lose. Damn it. See, we should have gone after Emrakul. Then we would just die to cool old Gristlebrand. What is this? Just nonsense. I have to admit, they fully confounded me with their Taiga. Volcanic, Pitch, Gristlebrand, you're dead. Spirit Guide, Shardless. Maybe they sideboarded wrong. Nope, they didn't. Womp. Womp, womp, womp. Well, I feel like, surprisingly, I'm putting up a fight in these matches. I mean, my deck is a toolboxy, give myself maximum number of options. Like sometimes Collector Oof, sometimes Crawl Harpooner. But it worked, kinda. Outland Liberator did the thing. I mean, I think some of these, like Questing Beast, is not so much value. I wonder if there's a better 4-drop. But I mean, there's a lot of words on there. Like it can come in, it can kill some stuff, kill some planeswalkers maybe. Not that there's a bunch of planeswalkers that are relevant, but life gain shenanigans with coming into play. I think maybe I keyed too much on this one. You know what I should have a Phyrexian Tower, so that you can just sacrifice your creature at will, and that might help set up the Marin overall. I also wonder, do I need more basics? I have 3, 4, 5 snow. Maybe that's 1 too few for the Veteran Explorer. Let's see what we can do in round 3. I believe we have played this opponent before, because I commented on, yep, they were curses in Legacy. Because I talked about their love for Mariano Rivera. I mean, they're a frog, so. Here's what I got. I would expect Abrupt Decay. I mean, Abrupt Decay has the best chance to mess up what they can show. That's an interesting one to have appear. I have to be worried about the Veteran Explorer because I'm going to give them multiple swamps if I let it happen. Innocent Blood, which do you sacrifice? Might as well ramp myself. Ooh, Field of the Dead. Heck yeah. So I need to be mindful to get, let's say, Snow-Covered Forest and Snow-Covered Swamp. You jerk. Seven or more lands. All right. That is funny. Okay. Get regular swamp. Remember how we were talking about how Questing Beast just isn't the right card. Questing Beast is never the right one. Go get him, Questing Beast. Urza Saga, sure. Smallpox me. The one I have extras of is Basic Forest. I am trying to discard a card. Now they might have small, like I said, they were curses last time we played, but when we played, we were on Hymn to Turok. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure what it was, so I had to read it. Decklist check. I have multiple Bayous. It has to be the Bayou because I have multiple of everything else. Wow. That's awesome. I mean, so I do wonder if they're going to go get Shadow Spear, perhaps. They could get Pithy Needle. Pithy Needle for... No, that makes more sense. Yep, take it. So... Pay no life. No, I think that makes more sense. So let's put back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Prime. I need to get different card names. So we will get... I already have a Bayou. You get Wasteland as one. Verdant Catacombs. We already have one of those going. How about Windswept Heath? Dryad Arbor. I like Dryad Arbor. Dryad Arbor could block forever. So now all I have to do is outrace... What is this? What? What? That's a good one to draw. That's almost not fair. Go Thragtusk, you're the best. I kind of feel like they were playing what they... Ooh, sorry. I realized the implications of Veil of Summer. My bad. So I don't necessarily want to be granting them extra basics. I feel like all that's going to do is hurt me, but that kind of gets away from my ramping plan. What are we thinking here? Crawl Harpooner, not needed. Collector Oof. Also not. Liberator can do some shenanigans. Endurance, likely. Questing Beast. Questing Beast did the job. It had haste, killed Liliana, everything we wanted. I do feel like we can trim some of that. Do we bring in... See, I don't think endurance is what I'm necessarily looking for, other than the flash aspect of it. Tireless Tracker as a way to like gain cards. Maybe. I think Green Sun Zenith is still going to do a lot for us. This Endurance just might not be good enough. Is there anything I would want back? I don't know. Are you allowed to be... We're on the draw. Thoughtseize. Cursed, sure. I mean, I see that as the best way for me to get diversification. So then, what do I want? They're going to get more swamps. Like I said, I want to... We'll get the 2 snow covered. This guy's just a big dumb idiot, but he's a big dumb idiot. This feels wrong. I could present 2 threats. I could also present 1 threat, get them to try, and then I Veil of Summer them. That seems hot. We have Emergency Verdant Catacomb into Dryad Arbor. Alright, well that makes me not want to go get it. Hey, thank you, thank you. Huh. Yeah. I could get a regular basic, and then I could get Snow-Covered Swamp, which might just be the best. Sorry, correction. Regular Swamp. 1, 2. So if I attack in, this would make it a 3/3. Oh, Outland Liberator could have more shenanigans. Maybe that would be better. So here's a 3/3 to block. Like, I would expect they crank out another one here. They could even theoretically fetch Pitsing Needle. That destroys enchant. I could have killed Urza Saga to prevent the search. Response. I don't understand why Urza Saga didn't search anything up. This could be... I don't know. Did they just sink? They sinkholed themselves and then Liliana'd. Those things all happened. I'll put that on top. Pay 4 life for this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to attack. Now, the question is, if they go for Liliana, which they did, Dread Arbor's not gone, right? Yeah. Oh, we fetched it away. My bad. All right. Well, these seem great. Do we have a wasteland in there? Not currently, but we're going to have an army pretty quick. So put on top. Put on top. Attack you for 7. Titania will bring me back a Verdant Catacomb. Give me a Bayou. All right. I got a lot of power over here, and they don't have a whole lot going on. As is the case, we beat the Yankees. You always feel good as long as you beat the Yankees. Moving right along, we're 3 matches in already. I don't want to say performing to expectation, because some of this has been good, some of this is not. But for a deck I kind of threw together this morning after breakfast, not too bad. Like, okay, I mocked Questing Beast last round, and it came in clutch for us there. Yeah, man, Grist sucks. No. The Marin of Clan Telnoth, Neltoth, whatever. Yeah, that never sees play. I really want to start having like value stuff come into play, like getting the Outland Liberator, come in, shoot a thing, come in, shoot a thing, come in, shoot a thing. That'd be sweet. When does it trigger? Beginning of your end step. So, if you can play the Marin, sacrifice stuff on your turn enough, once you go to your own end step, you can start putting stuff back in play. Theoretically, setting up Veteran Explorer stuff. I could see it. I could dig it. Have a Veteran Explorer in play. Have Cabal Therapy already. Play the Marin. Sack the Therapy. Getting, bang. Let's try round 4. On the draw again. They have kept 7. I don't have anything to do. So my debate here is between Ignoble Hierarch or firing up the Green Sun. So Green Sun for 0 now. No, I like the idea of the Ignoble. Now, unfortunately, the Field of the Dead's going to come in tapped. So the Green Sun for 1 could go get. Well, that sucks. Is this a mirror? Is this a mirror? Elvish Reclaimer. No, it is not. So hear me out. Do you think they have a bunch of basics? They have Windswept Heat. My thought process being, we Green Sun for 1, and we go get Green Sun for 1 to go get a Witness. I'd have 2 after that. Or I could do it for 2. Collector Oof, Outland Liberator, Scavenging Ooze. Kind of like the Ooze. Eat their lands. Because I don't know what's in their hand. If I had a better idea of what I thought they were, like, okay, so they're green white depths. How many base? Green white depths plays basics. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're green white depths. So what is the last card? What's a card that would be in their hand? Green white depths. Knight of the Reliquary. Nope. Shit. So we just died of that thing. We're not 100% dead. We're like kind of dead. Yeah, so they played the other stage. And now the question is, do they go for it before I have the chance to draw a Wasteland? Drawing Wasteland there would have been tremendous. Because I can gain 1 up to 19. 19 is less than some of these other numbers. All right, how do we beat lands? How do we beat green-white lands? Crawl Harpooner, not as good as one might think. Do I want more endurances? I could see losing a therapy. Right now, I think I want the Assassin's Trophies in. What is green-white going to play on me? The removal is still going to be troublesome. I think I need Turbo Wasteland almost. Is there anything else that I want? I think the problem is where I didn't go for the ramp line to try to get to Primeval Titan. I don't know if that was correct, but I think that would have given me a better chance. That's what we needed. We needed recurring Thragtusks. Recurring Thragtusks, the only way out. Okay. Now my thought here is I want to diversify. So I'm going to send this to go get snow covered. Depending on... Okay. Goodbye. I'm going to say depending on what they do. See, that would be a reason to keep... This is my library. A new wasteland. We ain't got time for that, though. Play the Bayou. We have a Marin on top. Okay, once again, what are cards they play? I'm going to go with Knight of the Reliquary. Got him! Endurance, Green Sun. So we could flash back right now. If we flash back, what do we take? Likely Green Sun Zenith. Get black. I'm gonna get black here. Put my library further down. They did have basics, unfortunately. I mean, unfortunately, I can't be shocked about that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cards remaining. I know what they are. Do you rotate your own graveyard? So they've played the crop rotation. My question here is, if I Assassin's Trophy the Thespian stage, or do I wait for them to? I think I wait for them to copy it. I think the proper thing is to wait for them to copy it. I don't know that it's correct. It's just that's where my head's at. Are they going to pay any life? They did pay some life. So I think we're going to get Dark Depths here. Unless I'm mistaken. I am mistaken. So they have these 3. Caracas, Endurance, Dark Depths, and a Friend. Prismatic Ending. So my thought right now, if they play this, okay, if they cast this Endurance, which they are, and they have 2 cards left, which is Caracas, Dark Depths. Oh, see, the game plan there was to cast Eternal Witness. I missed that. Because that would cost me putting it in my hand, which doesn't do any good. They've played the Dark Depths. They have 2 cards in hand. Swords? That sucks. I think it would have been actually better right now if I would have gotten... had I deployed Grist there. No? Am I wrong? They did not find a new land, which is nice. But now all Sylvan Library has to do is dig, so... Imagine if I had saved the Eternal Witness to get Assassin's Trophy again. That's all I'm saying. Instead of... Abrupt Decay can deal with Sylvan Library, but that doesn't matter. You know? Well, I also can deal with that. Hit this. No. I can't do it like that. Because Thespian Stage would target a basic in response and then I miss. Gotta play it smart, Jeremy. Save the Wasteland to hit the Thespian Stage in response. And now they can't buy They did not need to do that. I think that was greedy. Because if they keep a card, I theoretically can kill them on board. They can't put together... Splash Red. They did not keep a card, so they only have one. And that one card His prismatic. That's a good one. That's a good one card. So, Dryad Arbor is not currently exiled or anything else that I can see. Why I'm checking that out is because if they don't think about it, we have a sneak attack attacker, a bonus attacker. More prismatic endings. I don't know what the red's giving. Well, the red gave him the extra prismatic ending color. I mean, it could be there for other stuff, but that's the big one, I think. The prismatic ending. And potentially there's nothing helpful in there. I think taking him off the red made more sense than Caracas. I don't think Caracas is removal. No. So, attack with both, put him to 1. And then I'm a single removal spell away from killing. Or I think we pass. Unfortunately, I think we pass. That'll help. So next turn, I can swing for lethal unless they have something. They could get one half. They could find the other half on top of Sylvan Library, though, too. To be fair, I can absorb a hit. I was not thinking of the fact that I could absorb a hit. That's not what I expected. It's really not. Mm-hmm. So they're only a turn cycle away, so I still need that removal spell. That will theoretically help. We send everybody. We see how they block. Because not only that, this gives me... Oh, come on. They go get Dark Depths. Well, now, do I just get... Because they have to do it in response here. They have no cards in hand. They'll copy. They get Dark Depths. They've got their 2020. Okay. And I have standby bonus zombie. I think I win this. I think I do. As long as they don't give it +4, +4, +5. I would say, do they have Glacial Chasm? That's a saucy one. So, even in the match losses, I've been able to take at least a single win, which I don't want to say this deck has... I don't want to give it too much credit, but I think there's potential there more than I expected there to be. Okay. Ramunap Excavator, champ. Their enchantments, perhaps, I think I need a better answer for. Not just relying on the Liberator, who can get wrecked. They only have a couple basics, and then once those basics are gone, they're gone. We've already trimmed one therapy. I do like, maybe I want some more grinding. If I expect... Oh, flying blockers. How about having flying blockers, Jeremy? Did you ever consider that? Okay, so... Now, I know there was a time I was praying for Questing Beast there. I just don't think it's good. All right, baby. Come on. I'm on the draw. Did you like that big brain play? Put my Dryad Arbor back. Yikes. Forest. 3. I mean, I can play it for the purposes of having it around. Okay, they had swords. I was like, I think they might have tried to... What's the prismatic ending? So now we witness buying back new Mox Diamond, new Dark Depths. Okay. Take it. Interesting. Okay. Let's look at the deck. Do we just go for Grist? Grist seems to have the most value. Start ticking up. I think this wounded duck version of them, Thragtusk might be able to take care of things. Sure. Creature or planeswalker. So now the question is, do I... What do I think they have? I don't think they have anything important enough. Tack for 10, tack for 10. I think putting 5 points out there is more important. What is this? 3 colors to hit Grist? Sure. Okay. What do I think it is? Do we just name the same thing we name every single time? I think we have to keep the streak alive. It's Knight of Reliquary. Knight of the Reliquary is the only thing in your hand. Nope, it's a Sylvan Library. Okay, you can have a Sylvan Library. Do I just want a Wasteland then? Bang. I don't know. Do they have Terminus? Terminus would be bad here, but they did not. Whew! Look at that. Look at us go. I don't know. I kind of screamed heavy scream, and I think I got like dog hair in my mouth. I don't think the dogs are in here. So I don't want to say it is the excellent play on my behalf. Sometimes your opponent's deck stumbles, and you punish them with Wastelands and Abrupt Decays on their Mox Diamonds. That's just something that happens. That being said, I feel like I tend to like the decks that have these kind of grindy, not even grindy, it's options. I like options, right? And so a Green Sun Zenith toolbox is nothing but options. It's like, what if we gave you 58 toolbox slots to play with? And I'm like, okay. And it seems to be working pretty well. I feel like things have been moving along. We've completed 4 matches in about 2 hours. I'm probably taking most of that time, but now that is an issue I do run into. When presented with those options and I start to think through the options, I'm burning the clock. And especially with Magic Online, I've found that some of my talking through the options, this is what I would do here, that is when I run into the red zone with the clock. And funny enough, when I played an in-person event with Hammer Time and Modern, which is like kind of super aggro, thinking through things as much as I did, even though now I wasn't talking to anybody because I'm not a weirdo. Correction. But I had draws with that. Now, it was against, I would say, one was the blue-white control, and the other one was the pitch elementals. Both of the times that I ended up losing were to Solitude. Solitude cost me both those times. But I don't know. Round number 5. Let's go. Can we do the thing? That is all I want to know, is can the thing be done? The answer is no, because that one didn't show up. Womp womp. Womp womp. Well, I hope if you are with me live and you enjoy what's going on, I hope you can follow the channel. If you catch this later, come find me. I stream at jpintermtg on Twitch, or our videos later on YouTube or Swish Gaming. All right, let's try again, round 5. We've won the die roll against the state of Connecticut. That is a name. A 4 mana, multiple 3 manas. A 2 mana doesn't even necessarily do anything. And I have no idea what they're playing. Is this worse? I feel like this is worse. Put 3 cards back. Alternatively, you get to keep 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, all of that was, I don't want to turn 1 in the dark to play Cabal Therapy. And that's totally legit. But basic planes. Swords. Take that. I did not expect... Oh. Wow. Zero percent idea what's going on. Cute. I think I need to get to Sylvan Library, but the question is, should I have played Therapy there? Maybe. Maybe I needed to. My thought is, what if I catch something like they go with Stoneforge Mystic and put, the silver bullet in their hand, and that's when I catch it? He says that. See, if this was the plan, I needed to Cabal Therapy last turn. That's the problem, is I needed to Cabal Therapy last turn. I can't believe the entire state of Connecticut is going to beat my mulligan to 5. Okay, now that they've done that, what do you target? Or what do you guess? I'll say force. Like, am I outthinking the thinker? Okay. I did not expect that. So they brainstormed to hide cards and then force pitch force. What is going on? What? Yeah. Okay. Jeskai, back to basics, get wrecked. With a mentor. Yeah, this is not the ideal mulligan to 5 hand, truthfully. Do you have a force for this? Because that would suck. Yeah. I'm going to pay for that. Yes, please. I will get a forest and a swamp. And let's kill that monastery mentor. They have a lot of basics. I'm gonna say totally lost. Why only one fetch? What's that about? No, I'm not too. Don't be a dick. Be nice. I would think. Okay, you wanted to marginally improve your draw step. Expressive iteration is a hell of a drug. I do like the idea of back to basics as punishing people, because spoilers, it's punishing me right here. I'm glad that I got the mentor off the table so that they didn't have all of these additional triggers, we could say. Was the Ponder Shuffle? No, because why would it be? I'll take 4. I could Green Sun for 1. Half my dudes are dead already. This gives me a potential blocker and a way to cast more spells. That is my thought here. Just kidding. Yikes. Imagine expressive iteration with actual monastery mentor. Good night. the big thing is, as impressive and as powerful as I know that is, you don't even need the white. What is white truly giving you? Well, Swords of Plowshares. They could have. Not take your prowess away? Okay. That felt weird. The dress down. I don't know, maybe not. They've got a full hand. Crawl Harpooner. There are currently no flyers, though. If you have Flash, you have Reach. Could have potentially utilized mana better by playing out Sylvan Library. See, that's especially brutal, is that I don't get the basics out of that. Come on, man. This is game 1, isn't it? Oh. See, that's the difference. In Vintage, you only have to worry about one Monastery Mentor. When they decide to put a second one into play, the tears. Yeah, we don't need to play that game. Connecticut wins. Maybe they're a big college basketball fan. Look at this tech. That's right. Monk. I'm here to kill monks. I still think this generally will still be good. We can take away some of the less impressive ones. Endurance as a flash threat is okay. Not so sure about. Now that's the thing. They have so many basics. This veteran explorer package might not be the best for us. And maybe it's a case of, I mean, it could even be that's, we're what's the in and what's the out. Now, yeah, nobody needs a harpooner. Can we exist to the long game? Like, that's how did, like, the turbo, I want to play basics deck lose to that? Okay. Imagine if I had, like, a whole bunch of ignoble hierarchs. Now the question is, do I deploy this early? Or are they the kind of person that would have wrath? Force. I wouldn't expect days from them. Not that deck. Force choosing which card to pitch. Dress down. Sure. I like that font. I was going to say, did we see if the red was a splash? But no, we knew the... I have more double green than anything else. Get him, Quest and Beast! Go, go, Quest and Beasto. Did we drink all the water? We did. You should play it to Fairy. How's Express a creature, planeswalker, land, instant sorcery? Giddy up. So they cut the white. Taste it. That gets a force. Okay. Meanwhile, still got Questing Beast doing questing things. Is that them finally finding their white? Okay. That might not be as good as you want it to be. I think they're going to about to get punished by Questing Beast's flavor text. Attack Connecticut. Go get him! Pow pow! Taste it, Jace. So then we still have endurance, if necessary. Where's all their interaction that they had in the other game? They removed like 7 creatures from play. Which makes me think, with all the swords, both swords and I can never think of Prismatic Ending. Maybe they don't have Wraths. Snapcaster. All right. Like I said, even when we're losing them, we're still forcing. There's no way a crawl harpooner is worthwhile. Now, that made me wonder if I want Veil of Summer to force things through. Could they be better than these Cabal therapies? Probably. Is the last Veil of Summer better than something else? Perhaps. That if the Marin, I don't have the low stuff anymore. It might just be a way to force something through. Nope. I really would like to have some basics here. Greedy. I'm greedy. Why would they not? Okay. Current plan is that's a Dryad Arbor. Whether that'll be good enough. Yikes. This is a. Well, it's a main phase, so that's a little bit better. Main phase Brainstorm lets them set up the potential of hitting another land. But if they don't. They only have 4 cards. Well, Ponder will draw, so that'll be the 5th. I definitely think then, yeah, we go get a Dryad Arbor. They did not shuffle. I guess that's true. I do have more options that I'm letting on. This lets me potentially set up having endurance. Next turn, waiting on endurance to or cause a flip. That's true. Cause a flip. Expressive Iteration is a hell of a card. I mean, you're putting 2 mana into it to effectively get 1.5 cards. You definitely get 1 in your hand. And then can you use the other one? Maybe. You don't know. All right, let's flip. Now this could just be basic swamp. Still gives me the chance to have endurance. Arid Mesa, okay. There's the basic. Whenever. They could also just play 2 spells to flip it back. That could be a plan here. Swords on the Dryad Arbor. I mean, they kind of forced me into this. Now the question is, do they have... We've seen they have Snapcaster. That's true. So Snapcaster is the reason to want to shove the stuff back under. Speaking of. Alright, what are my Green Sun for 2 targets? I mean, we've got one of them. We could get Tarmogoyf. Depends on what they're setting up for. We could also get Grist going. Okay. If this flipped Crawl Harpooner, is that an insect? Combo! Look at that. Who knew I had such... This is Green Sun Zenith combo deck. You kidding me? That's sad. Poor... So now the question is, what are the 3 mana targets? Could get an Eternal Witness. Could do it for 2. They could just have... Maybe I needed to save that for something more powerful. Because if they just swords, you know. See? I think we burn a Veil here for the purposes of drawing a card. Okay, 1 mana cantrip. That makes me feel like a wrath is coming. Sure. You missed. Another swords. Like, I'm continuing to believe they don't have wrath. I don't know that that is correct, but I don't know. Grist somewhat protects us post wrath. Well, doggy, look at that. Slowly but surely, and don't call me Shirley, but NicFit found its way to a 3-2 record. 3-2 is 3-2 is bread and butter. You pay your entry fee, you get your entry fee back, and here is a treasure chest for your troubles. Let's look at that treasure chest. Maybe it'll be great. What? Maybe it won't. But regardless, I hope you had fun watching today. Or if you're watching this later, it's your today then. It might be my tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, on deck, the next stream, which is planned for, what is tomorrow? Thursday, December 30th. JP's wife will be using this Vintage Cube token, selecting cards for me. And then I'll get to play it. I think the only hint I'm going to give her is, if you see any of the art up, oh no, because it's Vintage Cube art. It wouldn't be that Lotus, it'd be the other Lotus. That's tricky. Well, all the same, we'll have some fun with that tomorrow. And you can always catch my VODs later on. If you can't catch me live, you can always watch the video on demand. Or after that, I put it on Swish Gaming, so you can check it out there. Extra special shout out to Mana Traders. Thanks for sponsoring the stream. It's the only way I can play all these wild different decks. And if you want to see me play a deck, if you subscribe or resubscribe, we'll put you on the wheel, we'll spin it up, and yeah, then you're on, I don't want to say on the hook, but you get to tell me a single card strategy, a format, or an archetype like NicFit that you want to see, and then I bring that to life. So I appreciate you hanging out with me as always, and well, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.